the working man perspective.
I think it's better that you understand who we are. And then you can decide to realize that we're very simple. Men want three things: sex, sandwich, and silence. Not necessarily in that order, but we do want sex. And that's why I think this whole 90-day rule, and people will tell you guys to hold out, they're really working against you. Because if a man is going to leave, he'll wait a year and he's going to leave anyway. And if we're going to stay, we're going to stay on day one. All right, what do we got?
All right. So the conversation is, should you put your man on a pedestal?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you should. You know, you should respect your man, and you should always just immediately not play any games and put them on pedestals. But now, I think what we women the challenges with that is when you give too much too fast, and you're showing someone that you're there for them, you care about them, and then they kind of like don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we got her. She's good. She's in my pocket. Let me go over here and now do something else. So then you're kind of like, well, I'm showing you how much I care, how loyal I am, and how much
Has
you
this
are
happened to you
everything.
personally
This has happened to me before, yes.
as an adult?
Yes, as
And
an
did it,
adult.
and was this a boyfriend or someone you were dating?
Dating.
Okay. Were they putting a lot into you as well?
At first, I felt it was very much so mutual.
Okay. And you're saying that we don't have any problem doing this, but then if we do this, we run the risk of guys being an imbalance and then them stop and thinking, well, I already got her. Do you think you're dealing with a man at that point?
No. No.
Therein lies the problem. Men don't move that way. Males do, boys do, but men don't. Because it makes no sense. If men are saying they want something, it's not a man's nature to get what they want and then throw it away. The question is, are you vetting the kind of guys you're talking about to decide whether or not they're males or men? Who helped you pick the guy that you were dealing with? Did he want what you wanted? Did he want what you wanted?
I think that later on the conversation was that we did want the same things, just not, it was just the wrong timing. So you do want this in the
Bullshit.
future, right?
No, that's game. That's game. That's game. That's game. That's game. Ladies, let me go ahead and give you if you say I want to be married, I want children, and if a guy gives you something like this, yeah, like one day if I run into the right woman, I wouldn't mind getting married. That's code word. I'm just saying what I need to say to get the. That's what we're saying.
100%.
So you need to ask another question. All right, and if you meet the right woman, in what time frame would you like to be married? If he doesn't give you a number or a year, that means, I wouldn't expect you to ask that question. I just want to say what I got to say to get the coochie. We know game too. So in other words, if you know what you want and the man does not want what you want, don't invest anymore. Okay, let's say you're at a restaurant. If you're already getting bad service, would you continue to order more and more things, or would you just try to get the dinner over with and try to do something another time?
Definitely. I'd move on.
Well, sometimes women, you guys get stuck in this one-itis thing, trying to make the guy you're sitting with the one because you don't like dating. You don't, especially if you've had sex, because you don't want to run your body count up. This is why you got to ask better questions up front.
So on the first date, it needs to be like, where are we at with this? What are we doing with this?
Well, okay, my rule of thumb is this. If you know you want to be married, only deal with people who want to be married. When you interact with somebody, if you want to be married, date men who say they want to be married, who say they want to be married. Your camera's off.
Oh.
And then I think it's fair to ask questions before a date. All right, you want to be married? All right, in what kind of time frame? If they say something that's 2 to 5 years outside of your time frame, I don't think you should go out with anybody that you're not attracted to and that does not initially say they want the broad strokes of what you want. That's first date. After you go on a first date, then you ask more clarifying questions. Don't go on a second date with somebody you would not have sex with. And that you're not, and you need to have asked the questions, big picture, time frames, and things like that, because many of you ladies fill in questions instead of fill in blanks without asking the question. Can't fault a man that you assume something. Just like if a man did it the other way, y'all couldn't fault a woman that he assumed something that wasn't there. Now, do you want to be married?
Yes.
Do you want children?
Yes.
How many children?
2.
Why do you want to be married?
I believe I was raised with a family structure, and so just having a family structure, someone to get old with and count on. My grandparents have been married 60 years, and
What about your parents?
a phone call came through.
What about your parents? Were they married?
My parents were not married.
Okay, why was your mother not married?
My mother had me at a very young age. So my parents were not married, and then they later both married to now who are my step parents.
Okay, so who's helping you step through this whole? Who are you getting your dating and relationship advice from?
The women in my family.
Are
Now
they
I was just
married?
at lunch with them, and both of them are not married.
Can make it up.
Both of them are not married.
Okay, well, if the women you're getting relationship advice from are not married, are they pro-marriage or anti-marriage?
They're pro-marriage.
And then why aren't either one of them married?
I think both of them. One has been in a long-term relationship with someone, but they're not married. And then another one, my aunt and I were just speaking how she, was hoping to be engaged to this man that she's with now, and just kind of like the things women deal with when they're ready to be ready and they want to be married to the person they're with, and they're having adversities with that.
I already addressed this earlier, didn't I?
You did.
You got 2 women who are with men who don't want what they want. You said my first aunt is with a man and she's been with a long time. Then why not go ahead and get married? Because initially he did not want what she wanted. And she decided to try to stay in here and change his mind versus saying, all right, because it's simple as going to the justice of the peace. It's real simple, especially when you get old. It's real simple. Justice of the peace, $35 filing fee, pay for the ceremony, $50, $100. And then the other woman, you say, well, she's with a guy and she's hoping that he would, no. So you got 2 women who are pro-marriage, but they didn't even follow the advice that I'm giving you. That's why I'm telling you, don't deal with somebody who doesn't want what you want, because you're not going to change a man's mind.
100%.
So I would say this, at least they're not anti-marriage. Get around women who are married. Do you go to church?
I'm not
asking for religious reasons.
No, not as often as I should.
You need to get active in your city. Join the biggest church where the movers and shakers go and where the single people go. Get active, do community, get active in American Heart Association, do some kind of volunteer work. Don't be going to clubs, don't be online, don't be on Tinder and all this other stuff. And then even a matchmaker. Look, every day there are men and women who decide to get married or engaged, and there are people who decide to stay in this lane. They're both out there. You got to make sure you are in this lane, the ones that are in the marital dating lane, because I'm sure you look up and be like, wait a minute, this chick got married? How this average chick with this and now they get married? Because she's in the right lane. Get in the right lane.
I agree.
Got it? All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 22.
All right. So, we're talking about putting a man on a pedestal. Have you ever heard about this concept?
Yes.
What do you think?
I agree. I'm like 1,000% agree. And kind of involved with someone right now, and I do the same things like offer him like massages, try to be there for him, fill up his gas tank if he needs, just be there emotionally supporting me. I know maybe it's a little too much. I'm just saying.
Stop. Stop.
But
How
yeah,
old is this man?
22. We're both the same age.
Okay. Were your mother and father married?
Barely.
Your
Kind of.
mother,
Not that long. They were divorced.
okay. Are you in college?
I graduated already.
And is he in college?
Yeah.
I gotta ask. You said it. Fill up his
What?
gas tank?
Huh? Well, I mean,
You
I
said,
just help him out. Like,
okay.
he's in college. He's by himself. I have the
Okay.
means to help him if he needs. So.
Okay. Well, and I just said you can see whether or not a woman check where I want. And my thing is, there's another part to that. If you're both young, all right. So does he want what you want?
Not at the moment. It's kind of the same deal, but yeah.
No, no, no. See, I was
I'm
trying to give him the
sorry.
benefit of the doubt.
I
You
know.
gotta, you gotta hold the microphone steady.
Sorry.
If you're dealing with somebody and you're helping him out,
hmm
but why are you putting money into a man who doesn't want what you want?
Well, we're friends. Like, we start off as really, really good friends, and we've been friends for a while, and we're still friends. I can't by the facial expressions. But yeah, so I mean, we're friends, and we've been friends for a while, but I just barely got on this. Well, I don't want to say barely.
Let me just
But
say this. Let me just say this. Don't do that.
yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, I'm not going to be duplicitous or doublespeak. I say you two can tell what a woman thinks by the things she does and where she puts her money. But the man has to want what you want. If you know he doesn't want what you want, you can't be mad when it goes off the rails and it's over and you're not going to get your money back.
Yeah,
You do
I'm
realize
not tripping about my money back. I'm good.
it's not
But
about the money. It's
I
not
know.
about the money.
I can't. But no, I know.
Young lady, what do you want? Do you want to be married one day?
Half and half. So
Okay.
I do, but the people, my family and stuff, yeah, it's just really complicated.
No, I'm asking. Okay, look, there's no judgment either way. But do you not? Do you want to be married, or you don't? You're not sure because of what you've seen.
Both. I do want to get married. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
scared of the repercussions because like a lot of my family members and just other people are married, and then I've kind of seen what marriage has led them, and a lot of them always leads to divorce. Like, and that's what I'm scared of because I'm like against divorce completely.
Well, understand something that you're 22.
Mm-hmm.
You're judging their relationships
Mm-hmm.
effectively through a young adult's used to be a child's eyes. You don't know what happened in their relationships. So y'all need to stop judging the folks around y'all because the people around y'all couldn't make it work. Because why is everybody else? Why are so many other people can seem to make it work in the same scenario? It's a choice. So if you got this fear out there based around what you saw your mother and father or the people in your family do, what does that mean? You're going to live your life by yourself? Be a baby mama? Is that what we're going to do?
Oh no.
Well,
No.
then it's one or the other. It's either you're going to be a wife or you're going to be single. And if you have children, hey, hold the phone steady.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my charger so my phone doesn't die. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Do you want children?
Yes.
All right, then either you're going to be a wife or a baby mama. That's the only alternative.
Yeah.
So whatever this fear is, you need to address it. Because the reality is this for all women, unless you're making enough to cover two incomes, I don't know how y'all gonna get to the end of life on one income. The numbers don't work. Yeah, that's all of you. So at least now you know. But stop putting gas into a man who don't. Stop putting money into a man who don't want what you want. I'm gonna let you go because this phone's all over the place. All right.
perspective.